Welcome to the world of amazing monkeys and apes.
Hey, where'd the jungle go?
Henry, what are you doing?
I'm Henry, the ape lizard. What does it look like?
It looks like you're monkeying around, that's what. You just haven't got what it takes to be a primate.
Primate? Ate what? My cookies?
No, Henry. Primate is the correct name for all monkeys and apes.
It is, huh? Why can't you just call them all monkeys?
Because there's a difference. This is a lemur, an ancient type of monkey. While primates like these...
Don't tell me. They're modern monkeys.
Yes. Then again, there are the big-eyed prosimians.
Pro-simpletons? I don't get it.
That's prosimian, and it isn't easy knowing who's what. It's a good thing there are clues to look out for, like you won't ever see an ape with a tail.
Oh, so he's no ape. There's no tail on an orangutan. They must be apes.
Yes, Henry, and so is the chimpanzee.
Whoops! So how many types of ape are there?
Well, with the gorilla and all the different types of gibbon, there are 13. Oh, and of course, there's humans.
Excuse me? Humans are apes? They're a kind of primate?
Sure. Check out the hands and the faces. You see the similarities?
I guess.
And of course, humans don't have a tail. Now these guys...
No, don't tell me. Definitely no tail there. Human-like face. They just gotta be apes.
Sorry, Henry. They're monkeys.
What? But you said...
I know I did, but there's always exceptions. These monkeys are even called Barbary apes, but they're actually a kind of tailless macaque.
Confused? I am, and you will be.
Now what are you doing, Henry?
Swinging! See, I'm pretty good at this primate stuff. Being a monkey is great.
Well, there are some things they can do that you can't, you know.
Hey, anything they can do, I can do better. Sounds like a cue for a song.
No, it doesn't.
But I can do anything better than them.
No, you can't. Henry, you can't even swing from your tail.
You think so, huh? Watch and be amazed. You say I told you so, and I'm looking for a new partner.
Don't feel bad, Henry. That spider monkey had a big advantage. A prehensile tail.
Pre-what?
Hensile.
You should see a doctor about that cold, you know.
Very funny. A prehensile tail can actually grip. It's just like having an extra hand, and it makes moving around in trees super easy.
That's amazing! Whoa, chunky!
Henry, don't be rude. Though I suppose adult orangutans are pretty large. They can weigh as much as 200 pounds. The youngsters are lighter and much more agile.
He looks pretty jealous of that kid. Shouldn't have eaten so much candy.
Actually, they're fruit eaters. But as you can see, it's much easier for young orangs to get around than for the adults to live up to their arboreal lifestyle.
Doesn't look boring to me.
Arboreal. It means they live in the trees.
Well, why didn't you say so? Wait a minute. Living up in trees might be okay for that young guy. He's a bit of an acrobat. But there can't be too many trees that can hold old man orang's weight.
It's funny you should mention that.
Really? I don't hear you laughing.
No, it's funny because by the time they reach adulthood, at least 1 in 3 orangs will have broken bones by falling out of trees.
Ouch!
Falling is a real problem for those heavyweight apes. They swing backwards and forwards on young trees to get around in the jungle. But if they swing too far,
then correct! Orang kabang!
Henry, a fall like that is no laughing matter.
Oh, sorry. You know, I think they'd be better off staying on the ground.
If they stayed on the ground, they'd miss out on all the fruit in the treetops.
If only fruit grew on low bushes, eh?
Most primates, like these shifakas, are better suited to moving in the treetops, but they do have to come down to ground level at one time or another.
What? So they can dance?
He's leaping. That's how shifakas get around, on the ground.
That's amazing!
Hey, Henry, it's time for your report. Henry, it's time for your special report.
What? Now?
Yes, Henry, now.
Oh.
You are ready, aren't you?
Of course I am. What was it about again?
You're supposed to be telling us all about gibbons.
Oh, right. Here goes. Okay, so, gibbons, right? Well, they sing because they are the great ape romantics. Yeah, the male gibbons sing to their girlfriends. How am I doing so far?
Pretty good, really.
I am? Cool. So anyway, one day some of these gibbons were singing in the jungle when a big-time record company executive heard them and signed them up. Soon they were #1 in the charts and making their first film, Giving You All My Lovin'. They stayed in all the top hotels, dined in fancy restaurants, and partied with the stars. By now, they couldn't go anywhere without being recognized. And they soon began to miss their girlfriends and the simple jungle life. The argument started, and then they split up to pursue solo careers. But the good times were over, and eventually they all retired back to the jungle where the only people they sang for were their girlfriends. And that's straight from the lizard's mouth. So, did I get an A or what?
Well, you certainly get an A for effort, Henry. That was nearly right.
Cool. But where did I go wrong?
Well, kind of near the start, really.
Oh.
You were right about them singing. You just didn't tell the whole story. Gibbons throughout Southeast Asia are famous for their incredible calls. But of the 9 species of gibbon, the lar gibbon is the most vocal, and its haunting cries echo around the jungle for up to 5 miles.
It's kind of a weird song.
It's actually a duet. You see, gibbons are very faithful animals. They mate for life. One reason they sing is to reinforce the bond between partners. It's like calling to say I love you every few minutes.
Aw, how romantic.
Yes, and it's really useful too. If couples get separated in the dense jungle, they can always find each other again by singing.
If they're far apart, how can they tell if they're singing to the right gibbon?
Each couple have their own special song based on a song learned from their parents, so it's easy to recognize.
So gibbons sing because they love to duet. Get it? Do it?
They sing because they like to keep in touch with their loved ones.
That's really beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
You know, they should be in the movies. Hey, what a great idea! I'll make a film about them and all the other amazing monkeys and apes.
Good luck, Henry. You'll need it.
Okay, who orders the pepperoni? Anyone?
Henry, please drop that ridiculous accent.
No.
Anyway, I thought you were supposed to be making a film.
I am. I've got a secret camera. It's under the pizza.
Good thinking, Henry. Monkeys can be shy. How are you going to get them close enough to film?
I'm using the pizza as bait, of course. Sheesh.
You've got a lot to learn about monkeys, Henry. They don't eat pizza.
Everyone eats pizza.
No, Henry. You think they get deliveries in the middle of the jungle? No. Monkeys and apes have very different diets.
They don't look fat to me.
They're not on a diet to lose weight. I just mean that wild monkeys eat different foods from people. And that means no pizza.
No wonder they're wild. I'd be furious.
Henry.
Whoa! Check out those eyes.
Bush babies need big eyes because they're nocturnal, which means...
I know. It means they only come out at night.
Very good, Henry.
A crunchy texture on the outside with a delicate insect-flavored filling. Delicious.
These ring-tailed lemurs will eat almost anything, although they're primarily vegetarian, eating soft fruit, hard-shelled fruit, and leaves. All kinds of stuff.
Look at them all. They're kind of like people shopping at a supermarket.
Except there aren't any shopping carts in this Madagascan forest, so they have to eat on the go.
Announcing a blue light special on bananas in aisle 3. Whoa, is he eating a snail?
No, actually, that lemur is taking a drink. The forests where they live can be very dry, so lemurs have to look out for things that collect the rain, like empty shells.
I've seen people with worse table manners than these lemurs.
And some lizards, for that matter, Henry.
Hey, it's a flying skunk.
No, Henry, it's a black and white colobus monkey.
So what do they eat?
They're more choosy than lemurs. They live on a diet of leaves.
There are plenty of those around. Must be a pretty easy life.
It's certainly easy to find leaves. It's just not so easy to eat them.
Well, it looks easy to me.
Yes, but leaves take a long time to digest, and the monkeys have to sit around for hours waiting for that to happen. There's also a side effect to this slow digestion process. The leaves are in their stomachs so long that they start to ferment, and that produces a lot of, well, unfortunate noises.
You stinky monkey. Oh, I wouldn't get too close if I were you. Yuck. How rude. Oh, I can't work with these amateurs. I'm a professional. So tell me, what's it like not having a prehensile tail? Hello? Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 9? Oh, well, the mic's working. They're just not saying anything.
Did you expect them to?
Well, a simple yes or no would do.
Monkeys don't talk the way we do, Henry.
So how do they use the phone?
They don't. But there are plenty of other ways they do communicate, just so they can keep in touch with all the members of their family.
So they do talk in a way.
Yes, okay. Only not in a way that you would understand.
Well, I hope they can understand this. Cut!
Cut it out, Henry. Like these gelada baboons from the highlands of Ethiopia, many monkeys and apes live in large social groups, so they have to communicate.
What a huge herd!
No, Henry, herds are for cows, but I know what you mean. Gelada troops can have more than 300 animals living in them.
I guess with so many, those geladas have no choice but to be social and communicate. I mean, you wouldn't want to miss out on the latest hot gossip.
That's right, but get this. Most gelada communication happens without a sound being made. The troop members tell each other what's going on with body posture and facial expressions.
They talk by making faces?
Sure, and through things like grooming. Grooming is really important. It sorts out a baboon's place in the social order and lets them know exactly who their friends are.
My friends never offer to groom my hair.
You don't have hair.
Oh, yeah, right. Hey! Am I seeing things? I thought primates lived in jungles, not snow.
These are Japanese macaques, Henry. They live high in the mountains, and in winter that means it can get pretty cold here. Down to way below freezing, even during the day.
How do they keep warm?
These clever macaques have learned that one way to keep out of the cold is to take long steamy baths in a hot volcanic spring.
Ah, rub-a-dub-dub. Free macaques in a tub. Ouch! Who forgot to add the cold water? They look pretty bored, you know. Maybe we should get them some bath toys, huh?
Maybe, Henry.
Hey! Stop that! Oh, I don't believe it. He's drinking his own bath water. Yuck!
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's amazing Golden Gecko Awards.
The prize winners for the all-time best monkey or ape are... In third place, the ring-tailed lemur. They live in groups of up to 20, which are run by the females. Wonder who's bossing who here. In second place, the lar gibbon, the real king of the swingers, whose song can be heard for over 5 miles in the forests. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the best monkey or ape is the chimpanzee, the smartest primate in the jungle, and one of man's closest relatives. Hey, they even use tools. But don't take my word for it. Watch this. These chimps are hunting for their favorite snack, termites. Know how they catch them? They go fishing. First, they strip a stem or a twig down to just the right shape. Then they carefully push it into the mound and pull out their dinner. This makes them the only primate, apart from man, to make tools. That's because they've got big brains and highly sensitive fingers. Like all skills, fishing for termites has to be learned through trial and error. It's not as easy as it looks. This youngster could take years to get the hang of it. But you gotta keep trying, dude. Uh-oh, I think he's had enough. Still, when you're young, who wants to work when you've got a whole jungle to play in?
What's with the map, Henry?
I'm doing my research.
Oh, what are all the flags for?
They show all the places in the world where monkeys and apes live. I'm trying to decide where the best place to go film them is.
Wow, where are you gonna go?
Well, I could go to the rainforests of Central America and film the loudest monkey in the world, the howler monkey. Their calls can be heard over 10 miles away. Ow!
Those howler monkeys certainly live up to their name.
Maybe not. I think all that howling would give me a headache.
Okay, so where else could you go?
I could go to the tiny rock of Gibraltar to film the Barbary ape, the only primate apart from man to be found in Europe.
Not exactly the wildest monkey in the world, is it?
Nah, and too many tourists. They don't want to be in the film. Oh, this is hopeless. Can't you think of a good primate to film?
Well, since you are in Africa,
I am?
yes, I think you should film the greatest of all the great apes, the gorilla.
Yeah, excellent. I know all about gorillas.
Really? You do?
Sure, this film's gonna be an award winner. Here, deep in the rainforests of Central Africa, live one of the giants of the primate world, the magnificent gorilla. Of course, we must be very careful when filming these extraordinary animals so as not to agitate them.
Henry, look out!
It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Ah!
Looking a gorilla straight in the eye is a big insult, Henry.
Excuse me, Mr. Gorilla?
You know, normally, the mountain gorilla is one of the gentlest creatures on the planet.
Oh, sure.
Unless you make them mad, of course.
Oh, right.
The gorilla family spend the whole day feeding on plants that grow in their cloud forest home. But there's still plenty of time for play. The young gorillas seem to have no fear as they climb, play tag, or wrestle. And that's all because the whole group is protected by the great silverback male. But despite his huge size, he can be as gentle and as tender with the babies as anyone.
Maybe they are gentle giants after all.
So, Henry, I guess you're not going to be a wildlife cameraman after all.
You guessed right. Too dangerous for my lizard blood.
But you still discovered some amazing things about monkeys and apes, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like the way they're so similar to people.
I know what you mean, Henry. They even have a sense of humor.
They do? Hey, that's something I didn't know.
I can see that, Henry. Look out!
Oh, right. And that was just so funny.
I thought so.
You would. You know, there's something else I learned from all this filming.
And what's that?
How to say cut.
Bye, Henry. I guess it's time to call a wrap on the amazing world of monkeys and apes.